want to bring your attention to a dream I had a few nights ago. I can't remember the entire dream, but I can remember a small portion of it, which I think might be the most important part of the dream that I should remember. I also have to look at where the dream had taken place. It was here in America, here locally in Syracuse, New York, on South Ave in Tallman, in the middle of the hood. Now, in this dream, it was like there was an invasion here in the United States. In the Southwest Community Center, they had the TV on. Of course, black people watch CNN, so CNN was on the TV. It was just plastered all over the news about the invasion. And so what they decided to do was, there was a woman that had a truck full of firearms, and they were like old Russian M44s. There was Russian style rifles, and they were distributing them to all the veterans that wanted to take part, and civilians who wanted to take part in that war that was locally here in the United States. And so this woman was just handing out rifles, and I'm thinking to myself, I have my own firearms, right? But I took one anyway, right? So you had all these people, these brothers taking these rifles off of this truck, preparing for war. So I'm in the Southwest Center, and this black woman walks up to me and she says, "Are you really going to fight this war?" And I responded to her and said, yes. I said, I have family here. I said, my family is here, so I have to defend my family, right? And so I went into this room, like in the Southwest Center, and it was like a briefing room, and they had all these brothers in there, and women, you know, black women, and they were sitting there. The TV was on, of course, and the news was talking about the invasion here in the United States, and it was just briefing. And like while the guy was briefing us, you know, I was looking down the barrel, or actually down the sight, the rear and the front sight of this rifle I had, and I could see like where the rifle was kind of had like a bow in it. It was bent, you know, it wasn't really straight. You know, I'm looking down the sights of this, and it wasn't straight at all. So it was like as if, you know, yeah, they gave us firearms, but they weren't in good condition. You know, the sight was off. I mean, even the rifle itself, you can see where it just had a bow or a curvage in it. It wasn't really straight. They weren't good firearms. They weren't good weapons. There's a word I want to use, but the word just won't come to my mind. But, you know, they're inferior weapons. And so I woke up out of that dream. So what are your thoughts of that dream? Do you think there might be an invasion here in the United States? Because the borders are wide open. And it has been reported that there were terrorists or ISIS members that was caught trying to slip through the border. You have now, I read another article where in Texas, where a lot of Africans came over the border. So you have people now that is in the news globally. So people know globally that America is wide open, and you have people now, instead of going through the right channels to come into the country, they're coming in through the border. All they have to do is walk in. Once they step foot on American soil, they're released into the country. They're given a court date, which they say most of them don't come back. So they're just given a free pass here in the United States to benefit off the taxpayers' dollars. But what do you think about that dream? Does that dream represent the attack that's going to be on American soil? Or could it represent some type of civil war? Because these firearms were being issued in the black community to fight a war of an invasion on American soil. So, feedback, tell me what you think. Till next time, I'm fearless.